Greg and Menace.
What up? It's the Woody Show.
And the best alt tunes daily.
Every morning.
We're Alt 98.7.
LA's new alternative.
Portions of this program were pre-recorded.
The Woody Show.
It's another new hour in sensitivity training for a politically correct world on a Wednesday morning. And a good morning to y'all. It's May 14th, 2025. I'm Woody. That's Greg Gorey.
Good morning, Woody.
Menace, good morning.
Good morning, Woody.
There's Gina Grant.
Good morning.
Seabass. Sammy.
Hello.
Morgan is here. She's taking your calls. 877-44-WOODY. Send us a text over to 22987. We're going to talk to one of Menace's oldest friends.
Yeah.
Dream realized.
Yes. Huge.
And, he's always wanted to do something, and he's finally getting an opportunity to do it. So I think we've had him on before. I'm pretty sure we've had him on before. I know I've talked to him a number of times, and I don't remember if that was on the air or off the air.
A few times.
Yeah. Not to be confused with one of Menace's other friends, Half-Baked, who
Right.
we
Yes.
definitely had on before. But
He's half-baked adjacent.
yeah, this guy, that's what I was going to say. This guy, his name is he goes by the name Hammer and Hank.
He's actually an old coworker.
Yeah. Menace and Hammer and Hank used to work on this morning show called The Doghouse.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Yeah. That's why Menace has a doghouse tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Is that on your arm?
It is.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Was that your first tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was my first one.
Now, was it part of a dare, or you just decided to do it?
No, it was a ensemble like this show.
Yeah.
And we just all had them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You were just hardcore.
So it's
We're
like getting
just hardcore.
patched in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what-
It's like a
patched in.
gang?
What are we going to get?
Well, no, because I was saying
An omelet
Menace...
station on her?
No, because Menace had said that he would get a Taco Bell tattoo if they ever signed on as a sponsor of the show.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Which, despite that, and despite having ratings and being on in a number of cities, for whatever
Gone
reason,
to
they just don't want anything to do with us.
Events.
And I never.
Wedding
married at
reception?
Taco Bell.
Yeah, you went to New York for the thing.
Yeah, and
You
by the
can't
way,
do enough.
I never have said a bad word other than when they tried to discontinue the Mexican pizza for a minute there.
Yeah.
But they made good on that. They brought it back. I've never made.
Disparaging.
Yeah.
I've never leaned into any kind of like Taco Bell diarrhea jokes or whatever.
I don't
yeah.
think that's
Yep.
true, by the way.
No.
I don't think it's. I like
Me
Taco.
either, yeah.
I
That's
legitimately.
never happened to me.
Yeah.
I legitimately look. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's fast food Mexican. It's
Yeah.
not authentic. Authentic.
Authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting authentic. But
yeah.
But
It's
despite all our
all
best
that,
efforts.
No
nothing.
interest.
No dice.
Menace,
Right, yeah, no dice.
What you should have done was gotten married at one. That's what
Oh,
you should. Oh, wait, you
yeah.
did.
Yeah. But
Oh, that's right.
Not
Even that.
Even that.
Did
can't
you know
close
that?
it.
I
Gina?
did. I
Okay.
did know that. You guys were all there, right?
No.
Oh.
No, this is pandemic times.
Oh, so
Okay.
you do know the story.
I do.
Okay.
No one was there.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We share all this stuff on the show,
Well,
embarrassing and
out,
otherwise.
They leave out. I didn't want to tell anybody because after the pandemic wrapped up, I wanted to have like a big party.
Yeah, you could have still done the party.
But
said,
then
oh,
I was
hey,
like, you know what? The better financial move is to buy a house. Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would
I support that.
I still
Yeah.
would have gone to the Taco Bell cantina for your big day. I would have
Yeah,
toasted
for
you with a
sure.
tostada.
Yeah.
We would have tostada to your success and happiness. And
Yeah.
Raise your Baja
But-
Blast high.
Again, it was in the middle of the pandemic.
yeah,
It
that's all
wasn't-
good. Sorry, look, it's
Things got messed up.
That
You
ship
couldn't
has
really,
sailed.
Yeah.
you couldn't really have a lot of fun.
No, you couldn't
after
control
party
that. We
stuff.
understand.
Greg, this
Yeah.
woman had to deal with two of your least favorite things:
Oh, I have so many. Which two?
flying
Oh, God. Never again. I want to be on the no-fly list.
and bugs.
Oh, no.
They
She
fly.
was on.
You nailed it. My two least favorite things.
She was on a Spirit Airlines flight, and here's what happened. She's telling her story on social media.
Today was my first and last day flying Spirit. There were multiple roaches on my planes, and the flight attendants did not care whatsoever. So this is the first roach that I saw right in front of me. I ended up buying the big seat tickets. I did not think it was going to come.
So she had big seat up front.
That's the way you do it.
which is nice. And then she's showing because she got it all on her phone. So
Yeah.
she's showing. I mean, cockroaches.
Oh,
Wait, so she
yeah.
had roaches on multiple planes?
No, on
multiple
this,
roaches.
on the,
Multiple
multiple
roaches.
roaches on this flight, and she
Okay.
was mentioning to the flight attendants who really didn't seem all that concerned.
with these big roaches as well. But as you can see, this roach is huge, and it just climbs up, and it keeps going up until it goes over the wall. And I figured, you know what, maybe it's just going to go away. Then I end up seeing another big roach over here on the left, and that's when I started to talk to the flight attendant and say,
By the way, this is a woman. Just
I was going to
really?
ask.
Wow.
yeah, I promise you, it's a,
Right.
it's, yeah,
Okay.
it's a woman. Yeah.
hey, there's roaches in here, you know, is there something you could do to clean it up? And he was just like, and then that was it. And then he just went back to his seat. He literally did not care. So then that's when I went to Twitter. So I tweeted the video on Twitter, and the Spirit responded back. They say, hey, we understand it's been really frustrating. We're here to help. Send us a DM. It's been hours. They have never responded. And they've sent this message 3 times now. I learned my lesson. I'm never flying Spirit again. Has this ever happened to you?
Yeah,
No.
so
Wow.
she posted an update that she finally heard back from Spirit, and they gave her a $60 credit for a future flight.
Because that's what I want to do. Fly Spirit again.
Right, and that's like 2 flights.
But even after that show of generosity, she says that she's done with them. I don't know why people freak out so much about cockroaches.
Hard to explain.
They are just so
It's just
ugly.
It's just a big bug, but
It's a land
they're
shrimp.
you're not
worst.
going to die.
You're
well,
not
you
going to die.
instantly think on how gross something must be to
Yep.
have the cockroach here.
Right. Like it's the
So-
environment that's attracting the cockroach is a bad one.
Yeah, so I'm not really thinking about the bug itself.
I've
but
been
I'm
in
like,
worse.
I'm overthinking
Yeah.
what the environment is to cause
Yeah.
that.
I am not. I would rather have feces smeared on the walls than have a roach walk by.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I can't
Walk
explain
by.
it. There's-
I
oh,
will still scream when I see a roach scurry.
Especially the big seats up front. Like, what recourse do you have on the plane? I would run to the back of the plane. What if there's a roach back there? You're stuck in a metal tube.
Right.
I would embarrass you guys so bad.
Yeah,
I would
I
be
don't-
screaming and freaking out.
I don't understand the over-the-top reaction. I mean, I'm not saying that they're cute and, you know,
Cuddly.
And
I
you
want
want one
one
sitting on
crawling
you.
in my mouth. But, like, oh, okay.
Well, it is, to me, it is like, oh, but like well, not for Greg, but everyone else. Like a butterfly is so beautiful. Yes, it is. But a roach is not so beautiful.
And then the other one, bats. Like, people
I like bats.
freak out. And it
Well, they
seems
think
like
they're gonna get rabies. Rabies.
Rabies.
Rabies.
Rebus.
Rables.
But like, they're not bothering anybody.
People think of Dracula.
You see birds and weird stuff like crawling
Yeah.
around all the time. Like, you know, you're
Yeah.
freaked out about a bat.
I think bats
It's
are
a
pretty
flying
cute.
mammal. It's
What-
weird.
Why do people freak out when like a bird gets in their house?
I don't
You would
know.
think
When
a
a bird's
tornado is
inside,
happening.
oh,
Right, yeah.
totally.
It's just like, all right,
dude,
well,
it's just
get
a bird.
it out of here. Or like just a little mouse.
Yeah.
That's
Like, big
why I
deal.
always had an issue with Christmas Vacation. They should have made it not a squirrel. They should have made it a rat. Because, you know, that you see a squirrel outside, adorable. In your house,
And now you're freaked out. Oh, I have there's another piece of audio that I have that I wanted to share with you guys. So I never get any of this on Spirit. I told you I had never flown Spirit for the longest time.
Right.
I'd heard all the stuff.
Yeah.
you wanted
Yeah, you
drama.
want to see the drama.
Yeah, and then there was a situation where it was the only airline going direct to where I was going, and I was like, you know what? I'm down for a show. It's like when you go to Hibachi. You're hungry, but you wouldn't hate on a show.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm going to book Spirit. Maybe I'll see something cool. I'll see a fight at the gate, or I'll hear people arguing on the plane. I'll see the cops come on and pull somebody off the plane. I'll see somebody freaking out in some
Yeah.
way, shape, or form.
Somebody
Nothing.
smoking weed.
I've flown them a number of times and not gotten any of the show, and I've only gotten a good experience and, knock on wood, on-time flights.
Wow.
I've not even had a delay with Spirit yet.
You didn't
Which
get
people-
anything back.
Nothing. I've had a wonderful experience. Now, this is new. You see passengers fighting and arguing all the time or getting into it with a flight attendant. These are 2 women. They work at the Spirit ticket counter in the airport. You know, like when you first get
Yeah.
to the airport
Right.
and maybe drop a bag or, you know, check on a boarding pass situation or whatever. It's these 2 women working the Spirit Airlines ticket counter, and they're having a full-on throwdown with each other. Listen to this.
Do not play with me because I'm not the one nor the two. You ain't gonna do nothing. Why you keep speaking on me for nothing? Like I said, keep my f***ing name out your mouth, bitch. Mine is always in yours for some reason. No, out of here.
Right in front of the customers. This is a customer
Yeah.
recording this whole thing, and they're like yelling at each other.
F***ing name out your mouth, bitch. Mine is always in yours for some reason. No, out of here. Out of here before I slap the shit out of you. You're not gonna smack Try me. I be done drop kicked your ass. Out of here. You and your raggedy ass bitch. Like I said what I said. Please step to me like you want it. Go suck another dirty. I'm not one of the 2, bitch. You tried me 2 times. I want you to do it a 3rd.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Suck another dirty
See?
D.
Wow.
I would pay extra.
I would
Same.
love to watch that.
Yeah, right?
God.
Why do I find it so funny when a woman calls another woman a bitch? It's so funny to me.
Or tells one to go suck a D.
A dirty D.
A dirty D.
Oh God, I'm trying.
Hilarious.
I'm trying to find the name, but I didn't share the story with you. Just recently on a Spirit flight, I was in Miami, and I had to get on this flight so I can go do that 5K run in Tampa, and all the workers were there, and I overheard one of the workers say, "Oh, we can't leave because such and such is late," right? And so what I did was I Googled and I found the flight attendant on LinkedIn. I said, "Are you going to make this flight so I can leave?"
Wow.
Menace loves LinkedIn.
Yeah.
He gets so much. He gets so much accomplished that it used to be like he would just send people pictures of their house.
Yeah.
But
Not
now
even
it's like
on
he
that.
just goes to LinkedIn for everything.
Because all I did was type in his name, Spirit, and then Miami.
Yeah.
Or Tampa, and then I found him right away. I
That's
was
so
like, dude,
funny.
I'm trying to leave.
Right back.
Let's go.
All right, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to talk to one of Menace's old buddies, Hammer and Hank.
Hanky.
Yeah, this is good for goal setting. Like you set out to do something, and he accomplished a goal. Well, he's about to accomplish a goal.
Inspiring.
Yep.
Yeah, so I just want to talk to him about that, congratulate him, maybe give him an opportunity to show us what he's got. He's going to be displaying one of his talents.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, that's next here on The Woody Show. Hang on.
The Woody Show. Alt 98.7. LA's new alternative.
Future health, weight loss.
Ozempic, but in a pill? It's called oral semaglutide and is now available from Future Health. Ozempic, but without the painful injections. Go to futurehealth.com to get easy and affordable access to oral semaglutide, Ozempic, and Zepbound for only $3 a day. No insurance needed. Join those losing 10 pounds in their first month. Visit futurehealth.com, future without the E, to start losing weight this week.
Future health, weight loss.
Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa.